dear esteemed viewers. It's another golden time on Fakol TV for you to get informed and educated. Wow, you say? Yes, it is. This is Fakol TV, your most reliable content hub. My name is Kayode Adeshino, and our discussion today is centered around paternity fraud in Nigeria. Here I go. Paternity fraud. Why mandatory DNA testing must be introduced at birth. According to a recent report, Henry Nwazuruahu Shield, a former special assistant to the former FCT minister Bala Mohammed, who has been married for 20 years, recently took to his Facebook. He wrote, and I quote, "Man is 57 years old, did DNA test for all his 5 children, and none of the children was his own. He was married for 20 years. They are telling him to be a man." End of quote. The post gave rise to diverse opinion on the social media space about paternity fraud. Now, the question is, what is paternity fraud? According to Wikipedia, paternity fraud in Nigeria is the pretense that a Nigerian father is the legitimate and biological father of a child. It usually occurs when a woman deliberately misidentifies a man as the biological and legitimate father of a child. This leads the man to believe he has a biological connection with a child of another man and sometimes remain undetected for several years. In most cases, women are often aware that the presumed biological father is not genetically linked with the child. A DNA expert from Lagos University Teaching Hospital claimed that 30% of the Nigerian men who went to paternity testing centers were not the biological fathers of their children in their custody. However, samples drawn from paternity testing laboratories are not representative of a given general population and are many times more likely to contain instances of paternity fraud than a random sample from the population from which they are drawn. Similarly, 2 large samples from paternity testing laboratories drawn from Sweden and from a white American group from Los Angeles found paternity fraud rates of 38.7% and 24.9% respectively, although non-paternity rates in the general populations are much. According to research, Nigeria is the second highest country with paternity fraud after Jamaica. Now, we move on to the causes of paternity fraud. The causes of paternity fraud are premarital sex, fornication, adultery, pressure of the African society on a childless woman, pressure for pregnancy before marriage, the Nigerian stereotype culture of silence on rape, misidentification error made by some hospitals. A case of this is a nurse in the eastern part of Africa who once confessed that she has swapped over 5,000 babies in her career for fun. Possible ways to prevent paternity fraud. 1. Paternity blood test. Paternity blood test is one of the ways to prevent paternity fraud, but according to research, it is not 100% efficient because they can only be used to determine the possibility or likelihood of fatherhood. 2. DNA test. According to medical research, individual DNA is unique and a child is believed to share from the genetic material of both parents. DNA test is conducted to ascertain whether a father and a child are both genetically inclined. According to research, DNA testing is widely believed to be the most accurate form of paternity testing, and most importantly, to determine parentage. DNA is arguably 99.9% accurate. In view of this, paternity fraud must be a mandatory test that must be introduced at birth in Nigeria. This is Fakol TV, your most reliable content hub. I will end this by saying honesty is the best asset to humanity. My name is Kayode Adeshino. Thanks for watching.